Here. What's up, everybody? I'm just dropped off my daughters. We had a freaking amazing freaking time. My sweet love Sarah made us some delicious food, and we watched part of Hocus Pocus 2, and we made some Halloween cookies, and it was like the best freaking time ever. So, loved that. And now I'm just on the way home. I busted my freaking head wide open. Look at this crap. Like, I almost gave myself a freaking concussion. It was really crazy. That happened yesterday, and it really sucked. But feeling okay. I didn't go to the doctor or anything like that. I probably should have, because I'm like all like swollen around here. You can probably kind of see it. Like, yeah. I like bashed myself in the head with a hammer accidentally at work yesterday, and it really sucked and it really hurt, and it bled like crazy, like freaking head wounds, like bleed like no other. It probably could have used a few stitches, but I don't know. It's looking okay now. But we're gonna start driving, and I'm just gonna be talking to you guys while I drive. I kind of, yeah, I know my hair is a freaking mess right now too. So, I had the windows down when I was on the way over here on the interstate. So, it's like a big mess. I'm like a big mess right now. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of like just get into some like details about Magick as to like what happens when you start going down this path. And this is something that will be good information for you, whether you're just starting out as a magical practitioner, or whether you've been into magic for a long time. Then you'll understand this. Gosh, dude, some bright lights there, buddy. But I would say that once you really find Magick and you want to start to unlock Magick's mysteries, it's really all about finding yourself and unlocking the mysteries that lie within you. And once you start doing that, the whole entire world begins to make sense. Like, the whole entire world will begin to work for you instead of against you. And you will kind of start to like really figure this thing called life out in a major way. At least I have. Ever since I've been involved in Magick, which is now going on about, I guess, 8 or 9 years, 10 years roughly. Before that time, I was just like, I felt very much asleep. When, looking back now, the person that I was, the individual that I was, very much a pretty typical Christian, white American, hardworking family man, going through motions and trying to make it work. Not that I don't love my family, and not that, I did not love the family that I had with my ex-wife and my daughters and all of that. It was wonderful. It was great. Precious. But, however, that was not the ultimate path for my life. And my life is entirely different now than it was just 5 years ago. It looks entirely different. 5 years ago, I was like struggling terribly with drugs. My finances were a mess. My businesses were very, very hot and cold. One of them about crumbled, and I almost lost. I've almost lost everything, like, so many times. And of course, like, all of that was a part of my path too, ultimately. All of like the victories and the defeats, all of that is really part of the whole story. And what has ultimately helped me to really discover who I actually am. What it is that not really as necessarily as much as like what I do want in my life, as much as what I don't want in my life. And my magical path has certainly revealed all of those things to me. And it's still like, especially through working so closely with Lucifer, it's through these stages of your spiritual growth and awakening, you do begin to wake up, and you do begin to remember who you truly are. And when you remember who you truly are, you start to see life, this reality, this existence, this daily grind, if you will, like in a whole different way. And you start to see like how things do fall into place just for you, how reality will actually bend just for you, how like just really every single little thing that happens everywhere you go, it is really seriously like the road is being paved and lined just for you, just like you want it, and specifically to meet your needs and for your success. And it's almost like, it seems to just really be like that unreal. Magic can be that unreal to where it's so fantastical when things really start clicking that your life can almost take on this like dream quality, and things begin to seem like they're really not that real anymore, but that's really when it's like the realest it's ever been. The life that I'm living now, like it's something that has really like, I'm still adjusting to it. Like I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to the levels of success that I'm experiencing now. And when I say levels of success, my life, the quality of my life, the quality of my overall life is just, it's outstanding. And I couldn't freaking be happier. And like, it feels so good to like really be able to say that and to mean it and to live it every single day. To not be hiding behind a lot of lack, to not be trying to hide that from people. And I had to do that for years because I really didn't want to be honest with people when I was struggling like I was. And being someone that is a public figure and that puts myself out there the way that I do, it's hard to admit to people, your peers, and also like people that might look up to you that you're struggling, or that your life is not going the way that you want it to go, that you're not in total control of your life like you should be, because you're this big bad magician, right? Like everything should be easy for you, everything should just work for you, seamlessly. And of course, like that's not reality, and that's not really the way that this stuff works out all the time. And it doesn't really work out in that way in the time that you want it to work out, or in the time frame that you would like it to work out. These things really take time, and just to give you guys an idea, to put some perspective on what I mean when I say these things take time, the success and everything that I'm reaping now, they're all coming from seeds that I have been sowing for like the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years, especially like the last 3 to 5 years, really, really hardcore. And this last year has really been like, for me personally, my biggest transformative year. And it's, the money's there for me now. The home life is there for me now like I want it. My businesses are where I want them. My friendships, my close relationships, my love life, my relationships with my children, my business relationships, everything is really just the way that I always had dreamed of it being, but just really never thought that it could quite be that way. And again, like, this is stuff that's taken me years and years and years to manifest, and I have not given up, and I've stayed true to my purpose. I've stayed true to my focus. And of course, there have been plenty of times where I've lost focus. There have been plenty of things that have distracted me in the past few years. And yes, like, for me personally, I feel like I should be much further along in a lot of areas than I am. But I allowed myself to get distracted. And of course, too, I have to look at that as that was part of my path as well. And things will happen when they are to happen. Things will happen when you have prepared yourself enough for them to happen, regardless of whether or not you have prepared for them to. But especially if you've been working towards some goals, if you've got some magic that you have been pushing in a certain direction, and if you have been combining that with a very aggressive personal development and high level of self-care type of routine and practice, combining that with your spirituality and your magical practice, when you put all of those things together and you're really taking care of yourself and nourishing yourself, body, mind, and soul, each and every day, then you really begin to put together a recipe and a roadmap for your life for success. When you really start focusing on you, what you can do to make your personal life better, to improve on your personality, your temperament, your overall energy and attitude towards other people. Once you kind of like turn that attention inward, you start to really fix yourself, then that's when you're able to then give that person away to the rest of the world. Give that person away to the people that you love and care about, or give that away to the people that look up to you and that are watching what you're doing and learning from you and applying things as well. Like, you will see that then you become a gift. You become something special. You become something that the world needs. And it does require some selfishness at first, because you do need to focus on yourself, and you do need to get yourself where you need to be so that you can then focus on other people and help them out. Because of course, if you haven't gotten your things sorted out, you're not going to be able to help other people sort their things out very well, right? So you do need to be selfish in order to then become selfless. And that's really where, when you get to that point where you can really start helping other people, and you can start living that life where you're not really just focused on having to meet your daily wants and needs, when that stuff is really like just taken care of in life because of the foundations that you have laid, then that allows you to start focusing on other things in your life that are super meaningful. Things in your life that are that you're really passionate about, and that's typically going to involve somewhere along the line other people and helping other people and sharing with other people all the aspects of you that you can that can help them along on their path. Because really, I've come to understand, really and truly, people, that's what this experience is all about. Because we are all one, we are all the same, we are all having this different ego experience, but we all are tied together, and we all are having a collective experience too. And the deeper that you go into exploring and understanding yourself, you really will see that you are everything, that you are this entire universe, like a huge part of it, and that everything, all of the inner workings that's happening inside of your body, mind, and soul is the same thing that's happening in the inner workings of this planet, this solar system, all of it. That you truly are that immense. Your energy, your influence, your purpose is huge. Every single one of our purposes is freaking huge, especially if you are alive and you're incarnated on this physical plane of existence at this time, right here, right now. Then of course you do, and you do have a huge purpose here, a huge spiritual purpose, because this planet is going through a massive change right now. A massive spiritual revolution a massive collective consciousness, an awakening of consciousness. People are beginning to understand and really give a damn about why they're here, what their purpose is here on this earth, and that it's not just clocking in somewhere, going through some motions every day, doing things that you hate and being miserable. There's so much more to it. Spend your time wisely. Like, spend your free time when you're not at work making money. Spend your free time in the pursuit of your passions. Spend your free time in loving the people that mean something to you. Don't spend your free time just wasting it. Don't spend your free time just giving it away to people that don't deserve it. Do something with it that is going to pay dividends in the future. Whether that is monetarily, whether that's just like knowledge and information, whatever it is, like, spend your time in pursuit of these things, and not waste your time, because it's all limited, right? It's all limited. And if you really want to get somewhere, guys, you've got to start focusing on where you want to go. Because if you're just like out there coasting in the boat, who knows where you're going to end up. If you have no direction, you're going to end up wherever you're going to end up. And you're probably going to end up where someone else decides they want you to be, and not where you want to be. And of course, you're the one that wants to be steering the ship. So you got to be conscious about that and take deliberate action, and stand firm in your decisions, stand firm in your actions, stay true to yourself. Live a good life, man. Like, live your life every single day to the best of your ability, and always be striving to improve. Always be striving to improve. Always being, never being satisfied is something to where that really keeps you hungry for more, and that keeps you hungry for growth. I'm satisfied in many areas of my life, but I do have to try to remember to kind of be like, I guess, happily dissatisfied. And that way I stay hungry for it and continue to move forward. But I'm home, y'all, so I am going to end this live stream. I'm sure you guys couldn't hear me, but this was just a little message. This was a little thing I wanted to get out there and talk about. Some people will find this message useful, and some people it's a lot of the same old that you've heard a million times. So some people will find it valuable and some people won't. That's how it goes. But anyhow, I love you guys. I'll see you soon. I'm gonna turn the light on here so you can see me. Hi. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Smell my face. Smell it good. Yeah. Bye. Love you. See ya.